This week's Torah portion, Vayigash, we are focusing on Rabbi David Ha-Cohen Skali, born in Debdo, Morocco, inland Morocco. He's a wanderer living in the middle of 19th century until 1948. Although born in Debdo, he gets to Tel and he wanders. He becomes a prominent rabbi in Oran. Oran we already learned about. Oran was the port town in Algeria, which had a lot of prominent scholars and rabbis. He wrote several books, one of which we're going to focus on, Lech David, his commentary on the Bible. Rabbi David Ha-Cohen Skali, one of the interesting elements I've noticed about his commentary is that he likes to look at the number of times that certain things occur in several episodes. For example, Yosef, he learns that the number 2 reoccurs. 2 dreams, 2 years, 2 this, 2 that. And he says he looks at this dialogue at the beginning of Vayigash between Yehuda and Yosef, and he notices something fascinating. He says, did you ever wonder that the dialogue between Yehuda and Yosef, we have 10 times the appearance of the word Vayomer in different variants, meaning we have the word to say, he said, he's going to say, 10 times in their dialogue. And Rabbi David Ha-Cohen Skali asks us, is there a reason why there are 10 sayings in this conversation, this critical, vital conversation between Yehuda and Yosef? Why weren't there 9? Why weren't there 11? This is what we have to ask ourselves. Now we know, and he's going to connect this to the 10 sayings through which God created the world and the 10 commandments. As we know, the world was created so that the Israelites could accept and keep the Torah. If the Israelites do not accept and keep the Torah, we go back to Tohu Vavohu, we go back to this mess, and the world goes into oblivion. So without the 10 commandments, the 10 sayings in which created the world are cancelled. Rabbi David Ha-Cohen Skali is going to connect these 10 and these 10 with these 10 sayings that occur in this critical dialogue. He brings a Mishnah that teaches us that there are 3 things that one acquires through hardship. One of them is the Torah, meaning without the Israelites having gone down to Egypt, being enslaved and gone through hardship, we could not have acquired the Torah. Without acquiring the Torah, there would be no world. And he says, notice that this dialogue that has the 10 sayings between Yehuda and Yosef, this dialogue is what seals the decree that the Israelites, Bnei Israel, are coming down to Egypt, the beginning of their hardships, without which they cannot receive the Torah. Hence, Rabbi David Ha-Cohen Skali, by noticing 10 sayings in this critical dialogue, connects to the 10 sayings which God created the world, to the 10 commandments, to these 10 sayings between Yehuda and Yosef. Thoughts on Rabbi David Ha-Cohen Skali, originally from Debdo, Morocco, ending up in Oran, Algeria. Shabbat Shalom.